Today on 12 for 12, I'm in Chicago's Pilsen neighborhood on my way to the home of Artpentry. Now, Artpentry is the private gallery and studio of artist Floyd A. Davis IV. And Artpentry comes from his hybrid of art and carpentry approach to making sculptures, paintings, artwork, all sorts of different media. He is amazing at creating large format sculptures and branding them into something really, really cool for marketing return on investments for his clients. He is a Renaissance man. He's also a rapper, an MC, a music producer, and he's got one of the most beautiful beards you'll probably ever see on this show or any. My name is Adam Voss. I'm a father, an entertainer, and I'm a marketing geek on the hunt for cool brands. I've only got 12 minutes to tell you about their stories in our city. This is 12 for 12. Floyd, Adam Voss.
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Wow. This is quite a place.
Yeah, here it is.
You built the facade for the wall here?
I did. I built the wall here to separate a gallery space from the studio space, but I still put like windows in there so people can leave grease prints on it.
These I've seen before. This is what kind of started your brand, right?
Yeah, this is really kind of the first thing that like got us moving. You know, like it got me some magazine attention, some news stuff, some blogs and all that. And so yeah, the Gentleman's Boombox is kind of the first catalyst. This is actually the first one I ever did.
Wow. Is this like this is a original vintage steamer trunk?
Yeah, it's a 100-year-old trunk right there.
So who is the Sleepy Bullet?
Sleepy Bullet, that's Slumber Gunner. The idea behind him is that violence is tired. And it's more of like a fun thing for me. It's the art I do to like make art and enjoy it. And then to turn that into something even more positive, I donate 75% to anti-violence charities when we sell these pieces. So I'm selling bullets against violence. Maybe help like, you know, change the past and help make a little difference with just making art.
Instead of shooting people, let's make things.
Yeah, let's shoot nail guns instead of real guns.
Could we take a look inside?
Oh, please, yeah.
Wow, how big is this warehouse?
7,120 square feet.
And the first thing I see is a gigantic piece of pizza.
Yeah. This is a prop I built for a music video for my friend Show You Suck, who is a Chicago rapper. He also works here often and helps me do things around here.
And then over there you've got a gigantic, what is it, an ice skate?
Yeah, it's a hockey skate. I get a lot of fun contracts from Red Bull. They wanted me to make a piece of art that would speak to the competition that they were holding called Crashed Ice. You know, something for people to like take pictures with and like get excited about the event. But then when we got it back, and the Hawks won the championship, they asked me to adapt it to be like Blackhawks friendly. Nice. And then they put it out on right in front of the Union Station during the parade.
And then Lady Liberty back there?
Ah, Lady Liberty.
This is a fun house.
When they wanted my version of a crashing Statue of Liberty, that was really exciting to like, you know, I sculpted this whole thing with an angle grinder and a chainsaw. It's not something you get to do every day.
It's dystopian and beautiful at the same time.
Thank you.
So this is a commission piece that they were saying, like, you know, come up with the concept, design the thing as you will, but behind you, they're saying...
They sent me the designs, what they wanted and stuff, and I knocked this out for, it was actually a commercial for Hallmark. This was like we want this thing that looks exactly like this, can you do that? And I said, yeah, I can do both of those things.
That's kind of the Artpentry.
Like, exactly, and this kind of stuff is necessary to drive the business.
Right.
And this kind of stuff is necessary to drive the brand.
And the heart and the mind.
And exactly.
One of the things that I noticed right away is the hashtag. How often are you creating work that goes viral?
I think ultimately that's the goal of every client. You know, like we do a lot of stuff that there's always going to be that like digital marker where they can be able to access it, or the crowd, whoever's seeing this or whoever's experiencing whatever marketing activation or art piece or you know, anything that we do is usually going to have some sort of hashtag on it nowadays when it's for a brand. With all the social media stuff and with all these things that can connect you to that digital world, it sends it to thousands and thousands more people. And it's really kind of put some rocket boosters behind what I do, because like, you know, some Some random dude can walk in here and within his phone, he's got connection to 30,000 people, and he takes one picture of one thing I did, and then all those people know what's up.
Hashtags are like the digital ether to Artpentry's physical success. In Floyd's case, he can create and install a sculpture for a client and give viewers instant meaning while highlighting a client's brand messaging, campaigns, and mount entire social media movements with just a few words. You are an MC, you are a rapper.
I would say a rapper, a producer. I kind of consider the music all art too, you know? Like I kind of just want to be summed up in that whole artist thing.
So you have a whole recording studio up here with decks and computers, and I love the fact that it's covered with dust.
That's like a day's buildup though. That's what's crazy.
You're cutting, you're creating, you're building over there, and then you're like...
time. The guys will be cutting wood on the saw over there, and I'll be like, oh, hold on a second. It's just nice to have access to this stuff because I have a lot of ideas, and they go away if you don't put them somewhere.
Absolutely.
So it's, you know, like I kind of have all these little catch basins for all the inspiration, you know.
What is going on with the middle finger over there?
It's actually built as an obstacle for my mini golf course that I did as a partnership with Ride Fest.
Nice.
So that was one of the holes, and I actually just planted it right in front of the hole so you couldn't even hit to it. You had to like take like 10 shots just to get around this thing. So, but you know, ultimately the message is that I love you.
Artpentry loves you, you're number one. Which leads us to your shop.
Yeah.
My goodness.
This is where we make the dust that covers all my stuff.
And then paints and supplies and everything.
Yeah, you know, all the stuff to make the stuff.
Wow.
We got, you know, and then the little taxidermy sprinkled in.
Can we take this truck and I buy you lunch?
Sure. Or we can walk.
We can walk. Walk. Everywhere we walk in Pilsen, I'm just hit by really cool street art.
The deeper you go, the better the art gets, really, in Pilsen, you know?
I love the old wood.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
There's like this weird dilapidated thing happening here that they left.
And first, cheers.
Parched.
So, given that you have like engineered your own brand as artist, carpenter, marketer, let's talk a little bit about how you scale to get to a point where you're serving these global brands, and it's you doing DIY.
I'm still figuring it out, you know. Like every day is completely different, and I'm trying to find a balance where I know that if I grow too fast, I'm going to lose control of it. Ultimately, like the price people pay and the price I charge is what it costs to make me do the work.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And like that. The price tag has to be inspiring, but it also has to make sense that I can keep this going. Oh boy.
Oh wow. So in terms of that process, thank you. And as an artist, how is changing focus from being the DIY marketing machine you are to being like the business guy as well?
It's hard. I'm unapologetically myself, and when you meet me, you meet Artpentry, you meet the middle fingers and the sharks and all of that. Even the business guy is still that guy.
From the point you started in 08 to now, you've learned hyper-accelerated business lessons there.
Yeah. I get black eyes every other day. The difference between a successful artist and a person who says that they could have been an artist is that they just don't give up. And I think as an artist and as a creative, it's like that's the most powerful thing about it, is that it's really the only way you can take the worst things in life and make something positive out of it.
The art scene has blown up in Pilsen.
Yeah, I mean, I love Pilsen. Pilsen let me be who I was supposed to be. You know, like I never felt like me until I got here.
The Chicago Art District's Art Walk, which is what, the second Friday?
Second Fridays. The idea that I could start my business and be part of something that was already exposing it to thousands of people already was a big deal. All the people come in, they respond to the work, and they make you feel good about what you're doing, and it's like, oh yeah, you know what? I got energy to do this for one more month.
It's really creative, it's really innovative. The work here is just, it really kind of inspires me.
The ability to create and just the freedom to live and have all the space is wonderful.
I think this is a really interesting time because individuals can do lots of incredible things and get the exposure that in the past they would never have gotten.
It's really fun.
A successful brand isn't about $1 billion marketing budget. It's not about a huge corporation, global international partners. It's about passion. It's about your story and telling it well, believing in what you do and doing it well. And for Floyd A. Davis, the fourth, and the folks at Artpentry, they're building a brave new world. Better watch out. What day is it?
I don't know. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Do it again. Yeah, cool. Do it again. Yeah, cool. Do it again. Yeah, cool.